Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. I am doing a reading today using the Venetian Tarot. There is the box. For those of you who are interested, you can see the man's name. Swiss designer, tarot designer, artist. Lovely deck, very interesting illustrations. And it is very good at reading on conspiratorial matters. And today what we are looking at is Jason Knauf. And Jason has lawyered up, of course. He released that statement, gave that statement to court, the appeal hearing, and in which he really revealed all kinds of things that Meghan Markle, I'm sure, did not want him to reveal, and Harry also. But Jason went to court and said some things, some quite difficult things. He was quite clearly involved in some quite difficult things that the Sussexes were up to. And Jason, very interestingly, has lawyered up with Stephen Pollard, who is a curious choice for someone who's involved in a media case, because he's not an expert in privacy and copyright at all, entertainment law, all of those things. He is an expert in white-collar crime, financial corruption. And allegedly, some people are saying, I don't know how true this is, and this whole reading is going to be one of those readings that is all allegedly. Allegedly, he's the guy that Prince William called in to investigate when the Sussexes left the Royal Foundation, or were thrown out of the Royal Foundation when the two households split, and they were very hastily removed from the Royal Foundation and also packed off to Frogmore Cottage. Stephen Pollard was the guy that Prince William called in. Stephen Pollard, now apparently the guy representing Jason Knauf. And according to Harry Markle, some financial shenanigans have been revealed by Knauf. I don't know if she's a he or a she, but Harry Markle says on their, let's call them a there, on their blog, that today apparently some walls at 49 Park Lane, that's the chambers of the law firm where Stephen Pollard plies his trade. Some walls at 49 Park Lane were privy to some underhand dealings being revealed, where more than one government body was in attendance. And that is why we have the Venetian Tarot out today. And that is what we're going to be looking at. We're going to be looking at this from Jason's point of view. What is going on? What did he know? And what has he told? Are government agencies really investigating Harry and Meghan? And are there alleged financial dealings going to be their downfall, as financial corruption has been the downfall of many another person in the world? Taxman has come after people. So what is going on? And what will the outcome be? And underlying energy is the World card. The World is, of course, successful completion of a chapter. It's also things being broadcast, things being made very public. I'm more and more interpreting this card when I do these readings on Harry and Meghan as being things being made public. And so there's the World card, something that everybody's going to be getting to know about quite soon, it looks like. But also it's the ending of something for Jason. And we know that he is leaving the royal employment at the end of the year. He's off. He's done his duty. He's had a very strange experience. Allegedly, he could be writing a book. I did a reading on that recently. But he's off, and he's off across the world. He's going off to New Zealand, apparently, and that's a long way away. That also is the world. So an end of a chapter in Jason Knauf's life, and travelling away from this situation, but something that we are all going to hear about, it seems. So let's have a look, heart of the matter from Jason's point of view. What's going on? Why the need for a financial lawyer? And we get the Knight of Cups in reverse. I don't know what sign he is. And if you've told me in the comment section, I apologize. I'm extremely busy. I dip in when I can, very briefly at the moment, but still the day job. So very unhappy. Very, very unhappy. Somebody here feeling really that they have been manipulated, that they have been played. I got that energy recently on the reading I did for him. I think that he felt manipulated, that he felt abused, that he felt that his emotions had been played, that he really at some stage seemed to have been really loyal and really bought into the whole Sussex melodrama, psychodrama, whatever it is. I'm not a psychologist. And bought it hook, line and sinker, fell for it and was exploited and manipulated. That tells me that he has at some level really been played. And what is his challenge right now? And there we get the King of Swords. That is lawyers. If ever there was a card that represented lawyers, the King of Swords. The King of Swords is the legal process, is people involved who are out to find the truth, really. The King is the highest energy in the swords. And that is to be honest, to be truthful, to be very wise and clear-headed and shrewd, and to stand up for the truth is what the King of Swords is best at doing. He's very articulate. He writes, so Jason could be challenged about things that he's written or things that he's required to write. But there is the need here, as this challenge position, there is a need to be very honest, very truthful, very shrewd, very articulate, very wise. And he's struggling with it because he's coming across as that knight energy, which is a lower energy, a less mature energy, a less confident energy, and one that's very emotional, very upset. And I'm sure that this is absolute hell for him. He is quite young, and I don't think that he ever in his worst nightmares imagined that he would land himself in the middle of a court case like this. And not only a court case, but also the bullying saga, which is rumbling on behind the scenes. So what's hidden from us? What's really going on behind the scenes? And we get another unhappy card, which is the Three of Cups, a bit shiny, sorry. Three of Cups in the reverse, a fallout. And if for him it was a falling out, it does look like he, as I say, was really friendly with Harry and Meghan, and probably thought that they were ideal employers. He was so lucky. Everything was great. They probably partied together. It was probably all fun and games. And then the wheels came right off, and it's turned into an absolute nightmare. So similar energy to the Knight of Cups in reverse, really. That feeling of being played, of being abused emotionally. And my opinion, and of course tarot reading, all my opinion, just for entertainment purposes, but allegedly Meghan does leave emotional chaos in her wake with people that she uses and abuses and then throws away, ghosts. That is typical narcissist behavior, and Jason looks like he has been sucked in and then spat out by Meghan Markle. So what is his focus right now with this whole legal situation? And it's again an unhappy card. It's just cups coming out here. Ten of Cups in reverse. And he is just bitterly unhappy. And it looks as if a lot of stuff that he believed, the Ten of Cups in the upright is always the perfect life, the perfect family, something perfectly happy, everything wonderful. A little bit over the top, not quite believable, but it's an illusion that you cling to, that everything is wonderful, but it's in the reverse. So that whatever he believed, whatever illusion he believed about Harry and Meghan and his time within their household and whatever they were getting up to, the scales have fallen from his eyes. He's now very unhappy about that period in his life. He's extremely unhappy about it. I'm just getting enormous emotional upset from this man. He really, really, really is floundering emotionally at the moment. And if other people were allegedly in need of counselling after working for Meghan Markle in particular, it looks like Jason Knauf could also be in need of some help with handling his emotions at this point. So what's happened in the recent past? Why the need? And another upset card. Good grief. We're going to have all cups in this reading. Eight of Cups. Eight of Cups in reverse. Eight of Cups trying to get away, sailing away. There in the little boat away from that cup of unhappiness, something that you loved, but you had to let go, you had to walk away from, but it's in the reverse. He cannot get past this episode in his life, this terribly upsetting episode in his life, where I think he feels responsible for the people who were allegedly bullied, and also possibly feels responsible for some of the alleged financial shenanigans that were going on, possibly misuse of charitable funds. Of course, the Royal Foundation is a charitable foundation, and it looks as if there was something going on there that really made him very unhappy, and that he cannot move on from, he cannot get over, whether it's his own involvement or his own knowledge or what it is, his own disappointment at the way people he trusted, people he admired and respected and liked actually behaved. But that's the energy that is coming through very clearly in this reading. So, near future for Jason, what's going to be going on? And the Fool in reverse. So much as he wants his fresh start, he's not going to get it. And he's going to look like a fool. He's going to be, and I feel sorry for him, because I think there a lot of naivety and a lot of blind trust and faith went into this situation. Fool in reverse is being a fool, literally being perceived as a fool, being perceived as being reckless, trusting when you shouldn't be trusting. You look before you leap and you land flat on your face with the Fool in the reverse. And it looks like he's going to be exposed really for being a fool, not for being corrupt, not for being a crook, not for any of those things. But it looks like he trusted people he should not have trusted. He believed things he should not have believed. He was a messenger for people he should not have taken messages for, carried messages for. Fool in reverse. Brand new start to his life, which he's looking at here with the World card as the underlying energy. Brand new start, not yet. Fool in reverse can also mean that the brand new start is delayed. Cards in the reverse can mean delayed energy, and so it could be that his brave new start is coming, but he's got to get through this mess first, and he is going to have to suffer some kind of humiliation, it looks to me, in getting through this mess. And hence the lawyer that is now working for him, is now on his team and supporting him through this. And so what does Jason know about dirty dealings, dirty financial dealings, while the Sussexes were alleged dirty dealings, while the Sussexes were part of the Royal Foundation, while they were still working royals? What does Jason know? And we get the Five of Wands in reverse. And the Five of Wands is the card of, well, it's conflict always, infighting. It's not a Pentacles card, so it's not telling me about corruption, but it is telling me about ambition. That Five of Wands is a very ambitious card. It is clawing your way to the top of whatever you're involved in, no matter what happens, no matter who you trample on, no matter what dead bodies you leave behind you. And I'm speaking metaphorically here. Of course, I'm not insinuating for 1 minute that there was any death involved. But the card is in the reverse, and that means extreme amounts of competition, conflict, greediness, graspingness, clawing, scratching, kicking, dirty dealings in the sense, I think, of sabotaging people, sending out press things, doing that kind of dirty dealing. I'm not getting that Jason really knows the ins and outs of financial shenanigans, but I'm getting that he knows that there was a lot going on behind the scenes, a lot of conflict, a lot possibly of foul play in the sense of who got to be on top in the situation. So not directly telling me about Pentacles, and I don't think we've seen Pentacles in this reading, even though this reading is about a lawyer who is an expert in white-collar crime, fraud, all those things. But it's a very unpleasant energy. Make no mistake about that. So although I am saying here it's not literally telling me about Pentacles and dirty dealings with money, it is telling me that there were dirty dealings definitely going on behind the scenes energetically, and with other ways of dirty dealings possibly. So are government agencies agencies actually involved in this now? Are they actually investigating the Harcourts? Has this now grown into something really bigger than just the royal family? Oh yes, absolutely. And I got a bit of a chill when I saw that card, the judgment card. The judgment card is very much about legal processes, very much about lawyers, very much about court cases and decisions, and being held to account for your behavior. When that trumpet sounds, you are judged, you are held to account. And so it looks like whatever this card is bad. Don't mistake it. I'm being careful in this reading. I'm being as careful as I possibly can in a tarot reading, not to make wild allegations where the cards really don't back them up. But this judgment card tells me that the Harcourts are in big trouble. They couldn't be in bigger trouble. It's major arcana, and it is echoing this feeling of the world is going to know about things. Judgment is very public. You can't hide when that last trump sounds and you are called to be judged. You can't hide. You can't hide from it. So it's going to be very public when it finally comes out. So yes, whoever is briefing Harry Markle, whatever Harry Markle knows, it does sound as if there are things going on behind closed doors in powerful places at the moment involving government agencies, lawyers, and poor old Jason Knauf, who has landed himself right in the middle of this unholy mess. And so his hopes and fears right now, poor man, and we get the Four of Swords in the reverse, and he fears this is going to ruin him. Four of Swords is the card of ruined reputation, defeat, dishonor, and absolutely defeated. And not because the card is in the reverse, not being able to rest, to recover, to heal from this. He really does think that this is going to ruin him. And certainly with the Fool in reverse coming out as his near future, it does look bad for Jason at least in the immediate future. What's coming up for him is going to be very stressful. It's going to be very public. His reputation is going to take a beating. And I think that he's been trying to preempt it as best he can with the statement that he gave to the appeal court, and with lawyering up with Stephen Pollard, and with probably telling all that he knows to whatever government agencies might be involved in investigating. And wow, doesn't look good for Harry and Meghan. So the outcome of this reading, I've asked the universe to tell me the outcome for Harry and Meghan. Even though we are reading on Jason, I think we've got enough information here, and I thought that before I started the reading, I thought the real outcome I want to know about of all of this and what poor Jason is going through is the outcome for Harry and Meghan. So let's see what the universe wants to tell us. And we get the Four of Cups in the reverse, and that's not a good outcome at all. It's not ruin and humiliation and being locked away and the keys thrown away in the tower. It's the card of wishing that you could do things over. When it's upright, the Four of Cups, you say, no thanks, I don't want to be helped. I've fallen in the river here, but I'm not going to accept your help. I'll just sink or swim on my own, thank you very much. Card is in the reverse. Harry and Meghan are now wishing that they hadn't rejected whatever was offered to them, all the kindness, all the generosity, probably all the advice, the counsel, the wise counsel, and they are going to be looking back at the way that they played the hand that was given to them and wish they could have an opportunity to play it over and play it better. Please, can we have another chance at this? We wish we could have another chance at this, but it does just look very messy in their future. It doesn't look good in their future. It doesn't look good for Jason himself. Harry and Meghan looks like they are drowning very slowly. Didn't accept help when they should have asked for help, and now going down. And interesting, and rather somber reading, rather sober reading. And I think at the moment this reading is more about Jason's emotions than really about skullduggery involving Harry and Meghan. And I was reading on Jason mostly. So when I have the strength, I will do another reading looking at this topic again financial business from Harry and Meghan's point of view, to see what the cards want to tell us. But thank you for now for watching this. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you on the next one.